The corporate Democrat that Schumer picks loses like 98% of the time. They're like the worst candidates. So she's just going to go out there and be like, oh, I love corporate donors. That's not going to beat Susan Collins. We've already tried that 100 times. So to me, Mills is a guaranteed loss. That's not a gamble. You're almost definitely going to lose. So why would I go in that direction? That makes no sense at all. And is there a difference between Mills, who's 77, and it keeps getting backed like almost all the corporate Democrats because she delivers for the people who wanted a return on investment, the donor class, the corporate class? Well, that's different than Bernie Sanders, who's still in there because he's backed by the American people and grassroots fundraising and seems alert.
Do you know a lot about Janet Mills' record in Maine, Cenk?
No, I don't.
So then what are you like? So I mean,
no, I know all the corporate Democrats. I know they're all losers.
But like this
they
is
all
why
never
I think
do
the
anything.
conversation devolves.
I guarantee you, if she goes to the Senate, she does
it's
nothing.
Like you don't agree with me. You're a corporate neo-lib shit.
Go ahead.
Guys,
give me
Kaivan,
a brilliant record in Maine. Go ahead.
Kaivan, you can tell us about Janet Mills' record in just a moment. Before I do that, just to check, we seem to be arguing on two different points here. One is it a liability for Platner to be the candidate or Mills to be the candidate? That's one issue. There's a separate issue, which is who's a better candidate.
I just think every issue, right, is being nationalized, whereas you're saying this is some like DC hack job. His very hyper local Maine operative political director is one of the people that has a main problem with this and says he's unelectable. They say there's more Oppo research. He said all sorts of things offending local communities in Maine, and we should be able to talk about that in a normal way. By the way, if you want to have him stay in, what I'm saying is stay in, debate the policies, don't do the conspiracy theory delusional smear of this is all, being puppeteered by Hillary Clinton in her basement in Chappaqua. That's not happening.
No, that's absurd. You're saying that Chuck Schumer has nothing to do with this?
No,
that his handpicked candidate enters the race, and all of a sudden a giant dump of Oppo research? Are you really saying Chuck Schumer has nothing to do with it?
By the way, even Hassan Piker, organizer memes, lots of people on the farther left of the spectrum are coming out and saying this makes no sense.
I don't even know what that means. First of all, why do I care what Hassan Piker has to say?
Because I'm just saying that of all the people
I think he's citing Hassan as a leftist, not as your nephew, Cenk, to be fair.
Yeah.
I think he's making the point that
so
leftists...
what?
Sure.
Look, there's a lot of people out to my left that I don't agree with.
Hold on, Jane, let me jump in and say I've struggled with this, which is why I wanted to moderate this debate, because I've liked Platner up until now. I've been that very clear that I've liked Platner up until now. I like his policy platform. I like the idea that he's populist and he's anti-establishment. But for me, I spend much of my time calling out Republicans for being in Nazi group chats and doing dumb shit and pretending like J.D. Vance coming out and saying, well, it doesn't matter. It's all just edgy humor. And I just think it undermines, no one's saying he's a Nazi, but doesn't it slightly undermine the progressive argument if you're putting up for candidate guy, you're like, well, I'm fine with his Nazi tattoo?